What's up guys, the TechSpot here, and today is September 16th and Apple officially released iOS 14 to everyone. But not only did they release iOS 14, they also released iPadOS 14, tvOS 14, and watchOS 7. Now here are the devices that are compatible with iOS 14. You guys can see that it supports all the way up to the iPhone SE and also the iPhone 6s, which is incredible. And iPadOS 14 is supported by the following devices on your screen right now. Lastly, watchOS 7 is compatible with the Apple Watch Series 3 and up. Now, if you do want to update from the beta of iOS 14 to the official version of iOS 14, it's really pretty simple to do. All you want to do is open up settings, head over to general, scroll down until you find profiles, and over here, all you want to do is remove the iOS 14 beta profile. It'll prompt you to restart your device. All you gotta do is restart. And now you can head back over to settings, general, software update, and then you should find the update over here if you are not on the latest version of iOS 14, being the GM, which is basically this public release. Now, for starters, there's a lot new with iOS 14. It's a huge and epic upgrade. If you guys are not interested in jailbreaking and just want to be on the latest version of iOS and have all the new features, I recommend they go ahead and update to iOS 14. Otherwise, if you are waiting for a jailbreak, they did find a new exploit for iOS 13.7 and below, so we might see a jailbreak hopefully soon. But if you do not care about jailbreaking, just go ahead and update and you can experience all those new features in iOS 14. Let's talk about them. First off, let's go ahead and talk about widgets. Now, this is the biggest thing in iOS 14, and it's so cool. So basically, all you gotta do is enter your home screen and then tap on the plus icon in the top left, and you'll see a bunch of different widgets that you can add on your home screen, which is really cool. Finally, we are seeing widgets on iOS. Android has had this for a while, and it's nice to see this change on iOS. Now, to add a widget, all you gotta do is tap and hold and drag it anywhere on your home screen. And what's also cool is that you can also go in and tap on something like, for example, weather, and you can see they have a bunch of different displays for how you want this weather widget to look. So you have a bunch of different size options as well, and display more information or less, whatever you want. And there's also something that Apple likes to call Smart Stack, which allows you to have basically multiple widgets all in one. You could basically slide through them or have them go through automatically throughout the day and change to whichever widget you want. So for example, it would show you in the morning the weather, and then after that, your schedule and your notes. Now, yes, if you don't like widgets taking up space on your home screen, you can also just put them off to the left like before, which is really cool. So you have both options available. And you can add as many widgets as you want, and there are also third-party widgets coming as well, which I'll have videos out soon in the future. Now, iOS 14 also introduced the app library. So basically, all you do is swipe all the way over to the right, and you have the app library. You have kind of like a spotlight search on the top, and you basically see all your apps in one place, organized by itself. So it's just really cool. It just keeps everything organized and keeps your home screen from cluttering up. Everything is just neatly and automatically organized. You could go and tap onto this different categories and see everything in that folder. So it's super cool for organizing your device right off the bat without even having to do anything. Now, Apple also introduced what they are calling compact calls. So basically, it doesn't take up your entire screen, and you can still interact with your device, and you can even swipe it up if you don't want to answer it, or if, let's say, you do want to answer it, you can just go and tap on the top left right here, and boom, you're back and you can answer the call. On top of that, we also have picture-in-picture, which basically allows you to play a video anywhere on your device. You can go ahead and increase and decrease the size right here, as I could see, which is super cool. Move it around on your device, even swipe it off to the side, and the audio will continue playing. YouTube will be getting this feature very soon, and you can also use this with FaceTime calls too. So if you are on a FaceTime call, you can just go ahead and put it off to to the side and do multiple things at once, and it's really cool. Now in messages, you can group and pin conversations, which is really simple. All you gotta do is 3D touch and boom, you can just go and pin it to the top, and that is awesome. Now once you pin it, they also added a way for you to see the most recent messages, so it'll kind of pop up like a little text bubble with messages from your contacts, which is really cool. So again, just keeping everything more organized and it's easy to follow. And Memojis have new styles and stickers as well, so go ahead and go through those. And in the Maps app, they now include cycling directions, so different biking paths, etc. The best route for if you're on a bike. Now Apple also has a Translate app, which makes it easy to translate anything on the go, and it's just super easy to use. How are you?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Fine, and you?
كيف حالك?
How are you?
Now Siri now also has a compact design as well.
Who won the Nuggets game?
The Nuggets won the conference semifinals.
It basically shows up at the top, which is nice, but the only gripe I do have about this is that you cannot really interact with whatever's going on in the background. So yeah, you could still read what's going on in the background, but you can't really interact with what's going on in the background when Siri is still there. You kind of have to just dismiss Siri, which kind of defeats the purpose for me. Apple also says that Siri has over 20 times more facts than just 3 years ago, and you can also send audio messages using Siri.
Send a voice message to me.
Okay, recording.
How are you? You want a link tonight?
Great. Send it to Toaster Strudel.
In HomeKit, a new visual status prioritizes accessories that most need your attention, like your front door being locked or unlocked. And it can also have your lights change color temperature throughout the day, kind of like night shift. So in the morning, it would show cooler colors to wake you up. And at night, your light bulbs will become warmer colored so that you automatically become sleepy. Again, basically like night shift. Now, video cameras and doorbells can now identify people you've tagged in the Photos app, so you can see who exactly is at your door. It'll recognize the person through your Photos app and be like, hey, Sarah's at your door. And Safari can translate websites in 7 different languages. All you gotta do is on the top left right here, and there's an option to translate. And the top left is also where they now put the request desktop site. So if you are looking for that, that's where it now is. And Safari also now warns you if a password is not secure. If it finds that a password was in a data breach, they do warn that you should change it because, again, it was in that data breach, so it could be compromised. And on top of that, again, if you tap on the top left over here inside Safari, you can also see a privacy report, different trackers, so you can see exactly what each and every website that you visit is tracking. Your iPhone on iOS 14 will even show you when your camera or microphone is being used. So when you see a green dot on the status bar, that means your camera is being used. And if you see an orange dot, that means your microphone is being used. So every time one of those colored dots appear, just know that something is watching or listening. But yeah, it just puts your mind at ease, just being able to know when your camera or microphone is being used. Now, on iOS 14 and Apple CarPlay, you can now add a wallpaper, which is so cool. It just looks a lot better too. You can have 2 things side by side, like the maps and the music, and it's just overall a great experience. And sidetracking a little bit, the AirPods got a new update for spatial audio. Basically, now you get like this 3D sound, so use the gyroscope or accelerometer in the headphones and your head, the way you're turned, to basically put sounds in a way that are right around you. So it kind of puts sound in a 3D space, making a more surround sound, giving a more theater-like experience, just through a software update for the AirPods. Now, this does work for the AirPods 2nd generation and the AirPods Pros. Unfortunately, the AirPods 1st generations are not supported, and this update basically installs automatically. All you got to do is keep your AirPods in your case, make sure they are charged, and that they are connected to your iPhone, and boom, they will update automatically to have the spatial audio feature. And on top of that, it also brings a new feature which makes switching between devices so much easier. Now, Apple also introduced App Clips in iOS 14, which basically are a bite-sized version of an app. Let's say you're out and about, and it asks you to download an app because you need it for something. It'll basically download a bite-sized version of the app so that you have it quick and easy. App clips are useful in instances like renting a bike, paying for parking. So you can just download these bite-sized version of these applications to do that quickly. Now, aside from the widgets and the app library, iOS 14 ultimately does look the same. It has the same icons, but a huge thing with iOS 14 is that it was built from the ground up to be super stable and fast and to perform like a horse. I have been using the beta, and I must say even just the beta was so much more stable than a very new version of iOS 13. But yeah, there are some hidden features here and there, and there's even an accessibility feature called back tap that's kind of hidden, and it's actually pretty cool. You can basically just tap on the back of your iPhone to have it do a bunch of things like bring a control center or anything like that, so it's super cool. All in all, iOS 14 is a great update packed with a ton of features and stability improvements, great performance. Oh yeah, and the battery life is pretty good too. Now, if you guys have missed my iOS 14 GM video, I did talk about some other stuff and they're going to watch it. I'll link it down below. But yeah, again, if you do want these iPad Air 2020 wallpapers on your iPhone that were shown in the event, then I'll once again link them down below in the description for your guys' convenience. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoy iOS 14 and hope this helped you decide if you do want to update or not. Stay tuned for many more exciting videos. This is TechSpot. Have a great day. Thank you for watching and peace out.